Hello, it's TLB time. It's Top List Thursday.
Yeah, and this is I guess a new twist on the top list. Today we're going to talk about top 5 things that are wrong with the new Emrakul.
Yeah.
And we're not going to judge if the card is good in standard or anything like that.
No.
We're more going to talk about, I guess, compare it to the old one flavor and stuff like that. We're not saying this card is not good or whatever. That's not what the list is about.
It's about what has happened to
Emrakul.
Yeah.
So number 5. Emrakul has grown slow and tired. Because the old Emrakul, if you got to cast it, you got the time walk, and Emrakul would be hitting first.
Yes.
With old Emrakul, you got the first attack step.
Yeah, you gain the extra turn, and then you get an attack step.
Yeah, and then obviously you had the Annihilator, and the game was over, basically. This Emrakul, it gives you the minslaver. We're not going to judge that.
No.
But then, if the opponent has a good board, they will have because they also get the time walk.
They get the turn after you use the turn.
Yeah, you use their turn and then they get an extra turn. So they will actually get to hit first.
Yes.
So if you just say that you're on 7 life, they have a board, you play against green-white tokens, they have 7 creatures or whatever.
Yeah, you're behind.
Yeah, you're behind. So Emrakul actually in this case it's not that good at getting back from behind.
No.
So basically they get to attack first, then you get to attack. But if they have more than 13 life, they get to attack again.
Yeah.
So the slow and tired part is basically she comes into play and then goes to sleep for a turn or two.
Yeah.
And the opponent gets to hit first.
She's gotten slow.
So yeah, that's number 5.
So number 4, she has gotten arrogant.
Yeah, very arrogant.
She has less protection. The old Emrakul had protection from all colored spells.
Yeah, and the new one only has protection from instants.
Only instants.
So the old one you could get with cards like Oblivion
Ring
and stuff like that,
yeah,
because it did not have protection from the abilities.
No, it's the same thing here.
Same thing here, but now it also dies to the ruinous paths and whatever, all the sorceries that could kill a creature.
Yeah, and your opponent actually gets the turn to use the sorcery. So let's say, for an example, that you get the mind control ability on your opponent.
Yeah.
They have 2 cards in hand. One is a land and one is a sorcery removal.
Yeah.
And
they don't have an own board.
Yeah, you don't. There's only Emrakul on the board.
Yeah.
What can you do?
Nothing.
No, you can just
obviously if they had a creature, you could kill the creature.
Of course.
But then they still get 2 turns to peel something.
Yeah.
I think on the base. So arrogant.
Very arrogant.
Number 3, the new Emrakul is both, I think, a flavor fail. And has no synergy with the card that it really should have synergy with, outside being just a big dumb creature.
Exactly.
Because the whole lore thing is that Nahiri has called upon Emrakul.
Yes, she has summoned Emrakul
to Innistrad to get Sorin's attention.
Yeah,
basically. And she has an ultimate that can look through the library, find a creature, put it in for 1 attack.
Yeah.
And then it goes back to the hand.
Yes.
The old Emrakul would be perfect because it had an attack trigger.
Yeah, it basically was like when you got Emrakul into play and attacked, the game was
because even if she goes back to the hand, she took 6 permanents with her
and hopefully 15 life.
And that was usually game.
Yeah.
Now you get a big attacker.
You get a 13 trample.
So
which
obviously
is
it's good, but it has lost. It has lost its attack trigger.
Yeah.
So therefore it is less synergistic.
Yeah, it's weird that it doesn't have one when it's so basically made for Nahiri to bring.
Yeah. So Nahiri already in modern and stuff like that is perfect with the old Emrakul.
Yeah,
but here, where it's supposed to be summoned for this cause, it has lost that synergy.
It's weird.
So we're just calling it like the flavor fail in Innistrad.
Yep. Number 2, Emrakul has gotten sloppy.
Yeah, sloppy.
She's sloppy and dumb, basically.
Yeah.
Because now she can get countered.
Yeah, the old Emrakul, because I have played a lot of Tron. in Modern. And basically against the slow control decks, if they had answers for your Wormcoil engines and cards or whatever, maybe they got negated. If you got to enough mana, you could just find and cast Emrakul. And the whole point was it could not get
Get countered, no.
So if you get to that point, you win. This Emrakul has now just lost that ability.
It's weird.
So you cast the big Emrakul, the enigma of the world, basically, and then just a random mage can put a cancel in.
Yeah, Emrakul comes looming in over town.
Yeah.
She's eating up Innistrad.
Everyone is afraid.
Everyone is screaming. But luckily there's a little mage in the outskirts of town that cancels Emrakul.
Yeah, and Emrakul just goes away.
She goes to the graveyard.
Yeah. Now she goes to the graveyard.
And then the ultimate fail.
Yeah, number one.
No, still on number two.
Okay,
the ultimate fail on this is that then Gravedigger comes up and digs up Emrakul.
Oh, what is this? Hey, it's Emrakul. Better put it back in the hand. Yeah, it's annoying.
It's super weird.
It should not be able to get countered. And now we're not talking about correcting standard or everything. We're just talking about the thing Emrakul.
Yeah.
Number one, the thing that got me most upset, I think, is she's smaller. She's old and weak.
She's old and weak.
I mean, Emrakul is basically you connect it with the number 15.
Yeah, of course.
It's a 15-15. It's big.
It's the next biggest creature.
Yeah, I guess if you don't count the merit Lage Lage or whatever token that you can make.
Yeah,
otherwise, this and World Spine Worm, those are the biggest, meanest things you can cast.
Yes.
Now, just because we're on Innistrad, they had to make it a 13-13.
Yeah, which is so weird because Emrakul has its own lore.
Yeah, it's like a story in itself. It is a lore in itself.
It has nothing to do with 13.
Nothing to do with Innistrad whatsoever. It basically gets summoned here, and just because on Innistrad there's a 13 connection, then Emrakul is small now.
No, it's weird.
Yeah, so basically, if we sum it up, she's slower and more tired.
She's arrogant.
She has no synergy with the card she should have synergy with.
Yeah, and have a flavor fail.
Yeah.
She's gotten sloppy.
Yeah, very sloppy. And also old and weak.
Yeah.
And small. So I mean, summarizing this, we basically don't love the new Emrakul.
No.
I love the old one. I have a foil one in my binder, and I have it if I play Modern. I guess I don't know if it's played in Tron anymore.
No.
But I mean, Nahiri together with the old Emrakul is already a thing.
Yeah.
And okay, it will probably be a thing here too. You can play like a Delirium deck. You could cast this for maybe 9 mana. I mean, it's obviously a great creature to cast for 9 mana. We're not calling it bad.
No.
We're just taking it out of its context, out of every...
Yeah, we're comparing it
out of every format. We're just looking at Emrakul.
Yeah.
And, I mean, basically, this will never show up in sneak attack decks, show and tell decks. No. Because why would
people will try to build a deck around it in standard.
Yeah, and it will probably be good there. We're not judging it based on that. But
no.
Just all the things we went through here based on compared to the old Emrakul.
Yeah.
It's just 5 things that are wrong with the new Emrakul.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's it with the top list this time.
Yeah. Tomorrow there will be a new
Eternal Masters
draft, a full lengther with both of us.
Yeah.
And we'll see where we end up. We will probably not force Grixis or anything this time.
No.
We will just draft the seat and see what's open.
We might not play a Phantom this time, actually.
We'll see. No, I've only played Phantoms, but we will see. We might go for the real deal. But I guess I don't know how valuable the cards are on Magic Online.
No, they're not.
I guess you could find something. So
okay.
This is the sad Emrakul list.
Yeah.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.